Hello, my name's Jamie. I'm one of the business development managers here at Indeed Flex, the online staffing platform that gives venues instant access to pre-vetted and verified workers in and around their area to support them over this peak season. Today, I'm going to be showing you some of the features and benefits of the Indeed Flex platform and how the venues can utilize it to support them in busy periods. So what we're on here is our homepage, which is our schedule view. And as you can see, it's a calendar which shows you what workers you've got booked in, where and when. We can have this schedule view as a day view, a week view, a month view, or as a list view for that month. And we can break this down by venue, and we can break it down by roles as well. Now, at any point through the schedule view on each of the tabs, we can click into a job and we can see who's booked onto our job. So we have a look at Philip Johnson, we get a full worker profile. So this is really useful for the venues because it has a picture of what Phil looks like, so we know who's turning up on the day. We can see that Philip has completed 28 shifts through Indeed Flex, and he's maintained a 4.5-star average rating. We'll also have a bio of Phil, something that he's written about himself, and below that we'll be able to see all the different places that Phil has worked, the positions that he's held, and what those venues and companies have rated him out of 5 stars based on his performance. Now, when the venues do take workers from the platform, they will also be able to rate them out of 5 stars. And if they do give them a 5-star rating, they'll save to their staff tab here. And what this means is that each venue will be able to create pools of workers that are tried and tested, that they trust to come in and do shifts as and when they need. And therefore, when they do post jobs out to the platform moving forward, opposed to going out to the wider platform, they can post jobs directly to their 5-star rated, tried and tested workers. Within the schedule view, you'll also have a little insights tab on the left-hand side here. And this will give them a breakdown in terms of the number of workers that they've booked, the fulfillment levels, their estimated cost, and they can also do that by data breakdown as well, by venue, roles, and also workers. So really kind of quick insights in terms of how much they're actually spending with Indeed Flex. And this can also be downloaded and exported to a CSV through the reports tabs here. Each venue will also be able to access a rota view in terms of who they've got booked in, where and when. So again, this will kind of really give them good visibility in terms of the workers that they've got booked in, what times, and also what the availability of the worker has throughout the rest of the week. So if we look at Nick, for example, we can see that he's booked in from Monday through to Friday, but he's available Saturday and Sunday. So if we did need Nick to come in on a Saturday on Sunday, we can look at the rota tab, see what his availability is, and go and speak to him on site and say, can we do a Saturday, Nick? Can we do a Sunday? Really making things quick and easy for each of the venues. Also, once a worker has booked onto a shift, they will be able to message them directly. Really useful tool to have, as if workers are running late, they can notify you through the messaging function, or if there's any extra information that the worker needs to know before starting the shift, we can do this within the messages tab as well. It's also important to note that Indeed Flex is available on your mobile phone as an app, so therefore you can take your job postings, notifications, and being able to message workers wherever you are and access it through the app. And finally, I'm going to show you the timesheets tab in terms of the tabs at the top. So all timesheets are digitized through Indeed Flex. When the worker arrives on site, they'll be able to clock in through their app to say that they've arrived, and at the end of the shift, they'll be able to clock out. All clock in and clock out times are displayed within the timesheets tab here, and all you need to do is go in and confirm the correct time. We can edit it if it needs to be edited, and then approve. This all needs to be done by 12 o'clock midnight on a Tuesday for anything worked the week before. And then also within the section is where we approve the workers and also rate them out of 5 stars. The 5-star rating function is actually very intuitive. So if you give them 5 stars, they'll save to your staff tab for future use. 4 stars, they were great, but you don't want them in your pool for whatever reason. And 3 stars and below means that the worker will not be able to see your jobs again. Okay, and they'll be blocked from seeing jobs at that venue. So in terms of actually posting a job is really quite quick and easy. For this demonstration, I'll just choose a template. Choose a template, select the template that is applicable, select the dates that you need the worker to come in, and this can be done on a date range, or we can do it as ad hoc dates for just the days that we need. Hit OK, select bartender. As you can see within this section, we have all of our front of house roles for hospitality and all of our back of house roles. But like I said, this is for a bartender, which is why we've automatically gone to the bartending shift. And if you do require facilities management positions, you can also select from here as well. So if you need cleaners or supervisors, just select what's relevant. So bartender, we can then pick and choose the skills that we need from that bartender. And it's important that we don't use this as a wish list, because the more skills that we choose, the more you're whittling down the number of workers that have been vetted and verified for those skills. Okay, so just use exactly what you need it for. So if they need to know bar setup, if they need to use EPOS systems, and if they need to know spirits knowledge, just select the ones which are applicable for you and highlight if they are an essential skill, or if you're happy to not have that skill if it's not available. Hit continue. We'll then come to the main body of the advert, which is completely editable. This will obviously advertise to the workers the job title, the rate per hour, what the role involves, the uniform that they need to arrive in. If none of the templated uniforms here match what you would like the worker to arrive in, you can actually take a picture of somebody else on site in uniform, upload that to your computer, and choose that file to be displayed. And then we can buffer it out in the uniform description below if need be. You can then obviously select the times that you need the workers to arrive in and the number of workers that you want for those days. If you look at the tabs at the top here, once you have edited the top line, we can do same shift times for all days, and it will pre-populate the other days, and the same for the number of workers, and that'll all be pre-populated for you. Another useful feature is the temporary to hire opportunity. And what that means is that there are permanent opportunities at the venue, and you're making our workers aware that there are opportunities for permanent employment. Break duration, you will always default to 20 minutes every 6 hours, as that is the minimum legal requirement. However, if you do have other break times, then simply select what's relevant to you, and you can decide whether it's a paid break or not. So once the main body of the advert is completed, you'll again be given the option to add another role for the same dates and times if you do wish. Otherwise, click next. And then, like I say, you can save that as a template. We already went through the bartending template when we did go to post a job, so we don't need to save another template on top of that. Hit skip, and then we get 3 different ways that we can offer this job out. So let Flex do the work. This will put out the job to everybody on our system with the role and skill sets that we've chosen. Workers can see who you are as a business, what you're paying, what the job description is, and say, yes, I want to do that job, and claim that job. It's a fastest finger first model, and it's the most hassle-free way of getting workers into your venue at an instant. Second option, which is My Indeed Flex Pool. This will offer jobs to everybody with the skills and roles that we have selected, but it'll only pull from your staffing pool, people who have been rated 5 stars by your venue previously. And then the last option, which is Individual Flexes. This will put out a job to everybody on the system with the skill sets that we've chosen. Workers can apply for the role, but it's up to the venue to pick and choose the workers based on the worker's profile. Okay, so there's a little bit more hassle on the venue side, but it does give them more control in terms of who's accepting the shifts. So if you want to have instant workers hassle-free, let Flex do the work and continue with estimated cost. You will get a full breakdown of costs before the shift goes live, and it'll highlight the rate that you're paying per hour, your burdens, hour margin, and your VAT and subtotal. If you do use purchase order numbers at this stage, you can do so here. And if you do have a voucher, you can pop it in there as well. Agree to T's and C's and post the job. So once that job is posted, that is now out live on our platform for workers to see. Workers can look at your job, see where you're based, and book onto that job. And then we get to have that visibility in terms of who's coming through within the schedule view. You'll also get notified as well in terms of any workers being booked onto a shift, or if any workers are messaging you as well. They're the few features that I'm going to run through with you today. However, if you do have any more queries or questions in terms of the Flex platform and how it works, please don't hesitate to reach out.